Hello YouTube, this is Datmar1079 bringing you another World of Warships Legends video, but a kind of different one. Today we're not taking a look at just one ship, we're taking a look at my top 5 ships that I personally like for different scenarios in World of Warships Legends. And there's no particular order, these are just preferences that I have found to what I like. And first we shall start off with a good citadeling ship, to where if you get missions that you need the Citadel a lot of. Julius Caesar. She is a she is a premium Italian battleship, as you can see, and she is a quite nice ship for citadeling other ships, and she's a good ranked ship for like tier 4 and all that. For me, anytime it's like ranked battles and it's usually they do high amounts of damage, I usually pick her and or another contender on the list, which we'll get to later on. And pretty much she is also the first ever Italian battleship introduced to the game until the branch came out. Her then if you just wanted to like have a chance, like, oh, I have a few spare doubloons, or you have a friend that'll let you play with this ship or something, or you just want to just a random ship that you're good for ranked battles or arena battles at low tier, this is a good ship to have. Then next on my ships are my first ever global experience battleship. I got Tirpitz, and Tirpitz over Bismarck, I will say this, because Tirpitz here is a little bit more of a more worked up ship. She saw a little bit more action in real life, and plus she is just a more dangerous ship than Bismarck. Yes, she has the same secondary guns and same primary guns, but Tirpitz has the added bonus of the torpedo tubes, which, yeah, they're not the best, but if you're in an engagement with another battleship, good things to have. Or to head out of a cruiser, like, oh, they're coming by, you could just shoot torpedoes at them, because 9 times out of 10 they all have sonar, so it'll scare them away so they don't launch their torpedo tubes after you. And plus her secondary gun range is second, I think second only to another premium ship for just natural secondary gun range. I think she can go shoot up to 7 kilometers, I think. Let's see real quick. Oh, 8. So she's better. Has a good amount of secondary gun range. So, and plus, if you like the German fleet, Tirpitz is a good little thing to get, especially if you have 750 global experience lying around. Tirpitz is a good choice to start that little process in, especially if you're a battleship fanatic. Another ship on my list to have is the British premium battleship Nelson. Now, this a long time ago, I gave it a choice between two ships. I can't remember the other ship or this ship, to my friend Driven, and he picked this one. And I just love this ship. I have some of my best games in her, especially if it's just the best turn of event. She is one of the only British battleships that was actually ever made with 16-inch guns, and they do hit. And plus, with how her gun layout is, you never really have to show. If you want a broadside, you can, but it's not really recommended. But if you can, these guns do hurt. But if you do get hit by a ship yourself, you will get hurt yourself. But it's a fantastic ship. I have made like in a couple of games like over 300,000 with this ship. She was a money making ship when I first got her, and she is still a good money making ship. And her heals are second to none, to where you're basically down almost below half health, and then you just pop a heal, and then you're back up to basically full strength again. So if you play her right, she will treat you right. If you play her wrong, you're gonna pay for it. But on to another. Massachusetts, another good battleship to have. I can definitely say she beats Alabama in the sense of she, like Tirpitz, like I said, is another ship that has great secondary firing range. I think this one is like 7 kilometers. Yeah, 7.8, so almost not that different from Tirpitz, but if you like, she is good as Tirpitz, except she has one plus side. Well, a couple plus sides. One, her guns are bigger, and two, she has a good AA defense like all great American battleships are that are after the Washington Naval Treaty and pretty much like North Carolina and upwards. So against aircraft carriers, you're going to sit pretty with all this AA gun defense, and plus you'll be shooting at, you'll be fine against destroyers or cruisers that are lightly armored that you get to see first, and the secondary, those 5-inch guns will do fantastic against the enemy. Which, like I said, if you have the choice between, she herself, like Tirpitz, is a global experience ship, so if you have like the desire of, which should I pick? Should I pick Massachusetts or the sister ship Alabama? I highly recommend Massachusetts just because of her secondary gun range is quite farther. Alabama is standard, like at 5 kilometers. And the last American battleship in the last of the top 5, like I said, there's no particular order I have these in. These are just ships that, if you can get them, get them. I highly recommend them. And this one is a ship to get, the Battleship Texas, the last of the American dreadnoughts, and the only one to survive both world wars. Why, her, instead of Newark, as pretty much as you can see, she is just armored to the teeth with all that AA gun defense. She was sent out to the Pacific, so of course she's going to get a heavy armament. So if you're playing low tier ships, but you get occasionally a tier 5 carrier, Texas is the one that you want to have next to you. If you're a other battleship or her sister ship New York or something, or just another battleship that doesn't have great AA defense, Texas here is a good ship to have in the arsenal, and plus her guns kind of have a better traversing angle than New York does. She, however, unlike most of them, her and Nelson are the only ones you actually have to pay money for to actually get. But, oh, and Julius Caesar, my mistake. But yeah, she is another fantastic ship to have. Texas, again, like Julius Caesar, in Tier 4 rank battles, one of another good pair of ships to get, because she has pretty much the firepower to keep up with all the other ships, especially since all her 14-inch guns are pretty much the best. Well, pretty much in history, she has gotten more accuracy competition wins than most at her time. And plus, a good bit of history for a ship that you can actually play, if not seen the real thing, in my opinion. But that is pretty much my top 5 battleships in World of Warships. This one is kind of a little hard, but I kind of had the idea was at least Julius Caesar, yes, because she's good citadeling. Tirpitz, because she's more built than Bismarck, so because was that secondary gun range, and torpedo tubes. So that's good, which I know Bismarck has comparable secondary gun range, but those torpedo tubes help out, push her ahead. Massachusetts, like I said, pretty much like between her and Bismarck and Tirpitz, which one is better? I'd choose Massachusetts over that, and plus, Massachusetts is a good battleship to have, and pretty much the same reason like Julius Caesar. Texas is a good ship. In ranked battles was the 14-inch guns, and also if you're just playing standard and you do go up against an aircraft carrier, your friend's playing an aircraft carrier, which then you're guaranteed to get an aircraft carrier. For a low tier ship, she is a ship that you just want to stay away from as an aircraft carrier. Or you just hope all your team knows, oh crap, we have a Texas, we need to start shooting at her and disabling all her AA guns so we do not have to, so we can sink her down the line. Kind of stuff like that. I was thinking about putting the hybrid battleships, but maybe that'll be separate. Maybe that'll be its own separate videos, like we ever get like hybrid Japanese ships or something like that, maybe down the line. But that's it. So let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with my pick? Like I said, there's no particular order. These are just ships that I personally like, that I like in my collection of ships. And let me know what your thoughts are on my selection. What would you change? What would you, maybe if you have an order, what would you put them in? Or list your top 5 battleships in World of Warship Legends. For me, if I were to pick West Virginia, I'd probably switch out regular West Virginia for 44 West Virginia, just like if with Nelson, if we had Rodney, which in the PC game, she actually has her torpedo tubes. I would trade out Nelson for Rodney, but who knows? Maybe that'll come out eventually. That battleship, it seems like we always get the sister ships eventually. But yeah, let me know on that. Let me know your top 5 yourself. Let me know what you think about my top 5, and also let me know in the comments below. Would you like to see what, like, other ships? Would you like to see me do my top 5 destroyers, my top 5 cruisers, my top 5 aircraft carriers? Let me know on that. I'd like to share my thoughts, and if you would like to see that, so let me know. And as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I shall catch y'all in the next one. See you.